eventually it come back to get you, regardless of how that sound, right? So I feel like, in my opinion, Diddy karma of doing people wrong came back to bite him because the universe tend to unravel the way it should.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just a real life street star. You know what time it is.
Real life street star. Hold on. Back like he never left.
Yeah.
Wow, we got him in the building, man.
Yeah.
Young City Chopper. What's good?
Preferably Young City.
Preferably Young City.
Yeah.
Why preferably Young City versus Chopper when the world knows you
as Chopper City?
As Chopper from the back.
All right. It's quite clear. I started the name Chopper from watching Baller Blocking. You dig? I got it from BG. You know, that was my favorite rapper. You dig? And I ended up getting grazed. My older brother got killed across the river. And then I got grazed. So I'm in the hospital, but Baller Blocking about to drop. You heard me? So when Baller Blocking about to drop, I'm like, I gotta watch Baller Blocking. I was tweaking, you heard me, to watch Baller Blocking. So my cousin, he brought the DVD player. You remember that back in the G?
Come on now.
Right? So he brought the DVD player and I watched it. I was just amazed and I was inspired. That day, I was inspired. I was drove because my oldest brother passed.
Yeah.
But yet it's still inspired by the movie. And it let me know, like, I don't know. I said to myself, either I'm going to kill these niggas or I'm going to become something. I'm going to kill them with success. So I watched BG and I watched the whole Baller Block and I'm like, I'm going to take that name. But it was already a rapper with Take 4 and all this here, Chopper style, right? Much love the Chopper style too, you dig? But at the end of the day, I looked at it like I'm uptown, you dig? So me saying Chopper is a little different than Round. No offense, it's all gravy. But I was like, I'm Chopper City. I didn't feel like Chopper. I felt like I'm Chopper City. I'm New Orleans. So I ran with that name.
Young City.
Diddy and them gave me that.
Okay, all right.
When I got on the band, Diddy knew, you heard me? He knew about the Chopper style situation. He knew about the Chopper style situation and Master P situation. And low key, that ended up becoming a conflict. We're going to talk about that there too. But so I ran with that and Diddy was like, how about Chopper Young City? And I was like, yeah, I could fuck with that. Because I didn't want to take that Chopper name off. You heard me? He was like, Young City. And if you think about it, become Young City. I would prefer you to be Young City. So I was just like, all right, cool. So that's how that ended up happening.
All right, well, let's get right to it, man. Right now, less than about 4 or 5 hours ago, Diddy just got a sentence.
He did.
Now, 50 months is what they hit him with. 4 years and 2 months for those that can't do quick math. And, before we even talk about what this means, we spoke on it last time. And what did you feel he was going to get leading up to this?
Say, bro, I thought he was going to walk free. I thought he was going to get time served. I looked at the I looked at the detrimental situation. They know, you heard me, that man back there going crazy. And to be honest with you, in my mind, you got criminals and then you got figure dealers. To me, just my opinion, I didn't look at Diddy like a criminal. I looked at him like somebody that had it his way. But the people looked at it like what you're doing, having it your way is criminal activity. So they smashed him for it, right?
That sounds like mob bosses. Mob bosses, they don't really be doing, they don't have their hands actually in the actual.
You sure about that?
Most mob bosses get to the point where they don't touch.
Correct.
They got a few hands removed
because
from the actual.
Because they turn it into business. So think about it like this here. I always say there is no such thing as good or bad. That's how I look at it, right? Because you see bad people doing good people doing bad. But there is a such thing as right and wrong, right? You heard me, you do so many wrongs, eventually it come back to get you, regardless of how that sound, right? So I feel like, in my opinion, Diddy karma of doing people wrong came back to bite him because the universe tend to unravel the way it should.
I like that. No, that's a message right there. That's a message.
I'm saying. So I feel like everyone get their time. Fuck, I had sex trafficking in 2021. So I'm saying, was I sex trafficking? No. But was I doing something of the sort? Maybe. But at the end of the day, I also was doing a lot of wrongs they equivalated to me getting my time and era of going through the motions as well, from doing wrong.
All right, well let's lead up to before the sentencing, because normally a sentencing day is quick. Normally they talk to the lawyer, the couple lawyers, maybe one or two witness victim statements, and they get right to it.
Yeah,
this started 8 a.m. and it went a whole day.
Yeah,
were you expecting this to take a long time?
No, what I expected was for it to be quick and fast. Courtesy of the time transpiring, you heard me, I said to myself, okay, they are pondering the powers to be. They are pondering whether if we let him go, people gonna look at this shit like this ain't justice, right? So it's all about how the people seen it. I felt like Diddy was in a situation that he was ridiculed and prosecuted for being famous, no matter how that sounds.
Don't you think because he suffered a lot of embarrassment.
Haven't we all?
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
what makes him different?
Not different, but when you find out a man's sexual exploits to the point to where
that's crazy,
he enjoys to be in or around semen.
Yeah,
like
diabolical.
It's diabolical,
yes,
right?
It is. Yes, indeed.
Don't you think?
Forever, infinity.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, is there a such thing as like that was probably like just because I don't know what man would comfortably work with him after that.
That's cap because men work with each other, and most men that work with each other have those tendencies, especially in this industry. So that's not true. You dig? It's a lot of people that go to left field way, right? That work with each other, that work with straight people. This industry is majority that way, more than the straight way.
You mean like birds of a feather?
I wouldn't say birds of a feather, but at the end of the day, the higher you go, the more left field it get. But you ain't gonna recognize that until you keep going higher. If people say, "Oh, it didn't work out for me," bitch, that's because you ain't go high. They kicked you out. You ain't belong in the league, right? You could be the most talented person in the world, but if you don't recognize and understand what's in front of you and accept it, most likely somehow, some way, they're gonna kick you out of it.
And you raise an interesting point because, Diddy's like the face of hip hop.
Yes, Lord.
When you think of hip hop, you think of something raw, rugged.
Yeah.
You don't really think of semen and male prostitutes.
Believe that.
So it's like they pretty much threw paint on his face. Like hip hop, we have to remove him from the Mount Rushmore.
Never.
You don't think so?
No. Because you can never discredit the work that a man has put in, regardless of how it sounds.
Separate.
But like snitching, for instance, and I don't want to go off onto a snitching tangent, but they say that will take away all your stripes of whatever you've done.
In the streets, yeah. See, I'm older now. I'm not that young LaJuve no more. Right. I understand the dialect of business, right? If that's so, how come most of the snitches that they claim as snitches is on top right now? I'm going to tell you the real reason why. It's a generational gap. Okay? We look at the old law of how things was, but yet and still we have children. Get what? They have children. And get what? They have children, right? Mm-hmm. So if you have kids that have kids that have kids, the rules that we abide by no longer matters to the younger generation of the younger generation of the younger generation.
Because it's not passed down? Or it's just watered down?
I won't say that it's watered down, Brett. I would say at the end of the day, the generation after the generation after the generation don't take the severity of what they, we don't listen to what our mom and Paul say once we become who we are because we feel like we know it all. So the rules don't apply the same. And I would say at the end of the day, the reason why, when people say snitching and all this here, the reason why it's not as seriously taken is because they don't oblige by those rules anymore. It's their way. You'll think the rappers are the hottest, but the niggas that's on Twitch and podcasts and all this, they're the hottest. Why is that? It's a reason why. It's a generational gap. Mm-hmm. The way we seen it is not the way they see it.
Switched up.
Period.
And we were talking about levels. And Diddy being at the highest.
Yeah.
I heard a person in the industry say, once you get to a level, there's a level where the odd things start to happen.
Yes.
And you either choose to move through that or you choose to stay there or go stagnant.
Not to cut you off, brother. Yeah. You don't move through that. You just accept it.
Okay.
Right? But the higher you go, you accept it. And then on the other half, if you already who you are before you got you probably going to play with it too. You see what I'm saying? No matter how that sound, you are who you are. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying the higher you go is the more consideration and they say, what's it say? Curiosity killed the cat. Gotcha. And if you already who you are, you're going to be curious enough to want to funnel with that because you're going to think that's the thing to do. Because when, as monkey see, monkey do. You watch the richest of the richest doing what they doing, you're going to think and accept that it's okay to do that too, if that's in your system.
Yeah, I see it's in a lot of people's system. Goddamn.
Obviously. But you know what? It's been like that since the 70s.
I think it's been like that way longer.
Me too. Look, joke up. Me too. But you know what changed the game? Social media.
Yeah, I'm about to say television, then social media.
Then social media.
I don't know what's next.
Sometimes.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move. Hey.